My name is Joan Jordan and I'm from Ireland, and I've become a patient advocate since I got diagnosed with relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis in 2010, around the same time that my son got diagnosed with a very rare form of epilepsy. So I kind of, after a while, I dipped my toe into the water of patient advocacy. How I started, first of all, is there was an application in the Irish Multiple Sclerosis magazine, MS News, about would anybody like to write a blog, be involved in a group community blog. So that's how I started, really, to get aware of issues for people with multiple sclerosis in Ireland, across Europe, and then it just kind of grew legs after that. The blogs that I've written, you know, I would have kind of raised issues that I would feel passionate about, maybe about access to medication, or, you know, issues that are important. Or also, I wrote a blog about the reporting of side effects, and that kind of developed in that, you know, I just asked why patients don't tend to report their own side effects, to own their own side effects so much. And then I got in contact with the regulator in Ireland, the NCPE. So then I attended a conference with them on pharmacovigilance, and, you know, we started to collaborate, to work together, and yeah, things have just happened since I got involved. It's funny that you said R&D, because my background is that I'm a computer scientist. I studied computer science, so I worked in telecommunications for a long time, and the way that things work in that industry is that the customer is always asked constantly, you know, what do they want, what do they need. There's quality gates the whole way through. So at each quality gate there's, you know, checks to see, is this what you need, is this what you want? And I found then, when I became a patient, that there was a big transition. I thought that, you know, I felt like I wasn't really being asked what I need, that Irish patients with MS weren't being asked what they need, and you know, what's most important to them, and being asked about their quality of life. So I felt kind of that, you know, I just took the drugs that I was given rather than being asked about my preferences. So I did initially engage in a clinical trial for 2.5 years. So I actually walked the walk. I had every month I went to the hospital, engaged in a clinical trial, and so I feel like, you know, I've actually participated in a clinical trial, and I felt that there were issues there with things like communication, and you know, I think that improvements could be made. So after that, then I've gotten involved in a study. There's one of the stakeholders, I'm a patient representative, PPI there, that I can give my feedback. Then it's about the top 10 questions that should be asked about clinical trials. So it's just good to use the life experiences that I have had, not through choice, but because I have an illness like multiple sclerosis, to try and make things better for patients. Apart from the EUPATI training in Ireland, there's the National Council for Pharmacoeconomics, and I got the opportunity to attend their training. So as a patient, but it was with healthcare professionals and members and people from pharmaceutical industry. So that was, you know, opportunities have come along where I can avail of this kind of training at a national level. And then, of course, the EUPATI training has been very useful. Every single module has really, it's meant that I can speak the language now. I always had the ideas in my head, I always had the motivation, but now I can communicate and speak with all the different stakeholders. So yeah, EUPATI has been really, it's opened doors. I suppose the biggest impact really, because I am a patient myself, is that when I do write a blog about something like side effects and how important it is to report your side effects, about why certain medications aren't available, and I think that makes the biggest impact to me, because then I hear back from patients, I get feedback, and they, it starts a conversation, and maybe enables them or empowers them to speak to their doctor. So that would be, I think, where I feel I make the most impact. Something really exciting has happened to me in that I've become involved in a HTA. So I never expected that something like that would happen, and it's for a drug for primary progressive multiple sclerosis. There's actually no treatment available for it at the moment. So that's, it's something very exciting. It's something that I feel now I have the vocabulary, I have the confidence. People have said to me that since I started on the EUPATI course that, that I'm able to communicate, to understand a lot better. So that's being involved in that project is in the HTA is very exciting. Something this time last year I didn't even know what the HTA was. My previous career in computer science, I just didn't have that passion. So it's something good.